WIFO FM Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, 105.5 FM. In Jesup, it is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO, brought to you by First Southern Bank, Van's Barbecue, Murphy Builder Supply, and O'Quinn & Associates.
Hi, I'm Mandy Yeomans.
And I'm Raymond Brown with First Southern Bank. As your locally owned community bank, we're here to help our community grow. Our customers are why we are here. You can tell we want your business.
We offer all types of deposit products, personal and business. We have fast, efficient service, and yes, we have online banking too. I'm sure we have an account to fit your needs. Stop by or call us at 912-588-1010 and see how First Southern Bank can help you.
FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
When it comes to barbecue, Van's Barbecue in Jesup is the place to be. A small family-owned business located at 1876 on the Savannah Highway. Van's Barbecue has lunch and dinner specials. Stop by or call to make an order. The number to call, 427-3358. Van's Barbecue's new manager is Sarah Van. Van's Barbecue offers potato salad, coleslaw, baked beans, and don't forget their delicious mac and cheese. Also, check out their shrimp plates, the best in town. Yes, when it comes to barbecue, head to Van's Barbecue, locally owned and operated. Stop by and tell them the Big Dog sent you. Once again, the number to order, 427-3358.
Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jesup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jesup.
Do you know why most people don't invest outside work or at all? Because they don't know where to start and they don't know who to talk with. If this is you, give me a call. Hi, this is Sean O'Quinn. I can help set up a plan no matter where you are in life to get you on a suitable path to a sound financial future. Give me a call, Sean O'Quinn, at 912-385-1000 or stop by the office at 212 South First Street right here in Jesup. That number again is 912-385-1000.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Jesup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
The world-famous Butch and Bob Show.
World-famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO, 105.5 FM, Big Dog Country Radio. Morning, Bob. How's it going?
Going good.
Going good?
Yeah, 4 wins yesterday for Wayne County All-Star team, so 4 out of 4. So hopefully they'll continue that winning trend today.
That was a heck of a game yesterday, that we broadcast in the U17 girls softball. They were up, 2-0 and then 4-0, and then boom, here comes Lanier back, makes it 4-2, and then we end up winning. But as you mentioned, that was a premier pitcher for Lanier that did very well last year.
Yeah, Jaden Benefield, left-hander. She's can bring it 14 strikeouts, again led Lanier High School to a single-A state runner-up title in softball. She's fun to watch. She's pretty tough, but tough loss for her. Strike out 14, you expect to win a ball game, but they lost 4-2. So Wayne County advances, takes on McIntosh today at 10 o'clock out there at the Ben Park Complex. So hopefully see a good crowd yesterday. 2 more teams coming in. Albany will be here. McIntosh will be here. They didn't play yesterday, but they're here today. So that's the way some of those tournaments are. Some teams get a bye. It's like Wayne County 12U boys that got a bye. They don't play today till in-state spurred to today. So
is that like a drawing on that or something?
That's what he said.
Just a
state draws it out.
State draws out the buys from a hopper, huh? They got one of them big old hoppers, and they got the word buy in there.
Who knows how they do it?
Who knows how they do it?
Sounds like a conspiracy to me.
Oh, Bob, you and your conspiracies.
The fix is in.
Oh, jeez.
I can't understand. We've got to flip a coin for home field. You're hosting the state event.
No, it doesn't mean you're home field. You're just
you're hosting it.
It's not like you.
You should get a home team. Come on.
You're hosting.
Who makes these rules? It's crazy.
Oh boy! So
the
girls will be played at 10 o'clock. U17 girls out there at Bill Morris Park. Get out there and watch them.
All right, come on out, sport. Good action.
Yeah, it looks like there might be some rain coming in around 12 noon if things hold up as they say. The first game should be no problem, but that second game that if we win, which we should win, at 10 o'clock, we'll play at 11:30. And that game may have some rain with it. But that's the thing about these showers. It's not like it's a continuous all-day thing. They come, they rain, it lightens, it goes away. We saw that yesterday at the beginning.
Like I said, we dodged
comes
the
and
bullet.
goes, comes and goes.
And those are some of the darkest clouds I've seen at 5 o'clock. We getting ready for sun. The lightning detector went off, so that 30-minute delay, and it just drifted and drifted and drifted and never.
Yeah, these are sails coming
gave,
through. They come, they go, they come, they
it
go.
rained somewhere because there's a big rainbow in left field. So, but luckily, we didn't get any. The sun came out and got the game in. So
that's the way it's going to be. They may have to delay some games like they did yesterday, and wait 30, 45 minutes or an hour and delay the game, and then start back playing again.
8U team had a big thriller. Like I said, they were down 6-5, but got the big triple by Drew Ellis to win 7-6 over Lions up down in Effingham County. So the 14U boys rolled 20-0 over Jefferson down in Effingham County, and the 10U girls rolled over Warner Robins 20-0 over in Lyons, Georgia. Again, we got 2 teams in Effingham County, 2 teams in Lyons, Georgia, 1 team in Statesboro, 1 here in Jesup. 6 teams total trying to win a state title this week in recreation, girls softball and boys baseball.
Okay. Well, we wish them all the best. 4 big victories yesterday for the Wayne County Recreation All-Star teams in state playoff action, and we wish them all the best today.
And we'll keep everybody up to date during the broadcast. Like I said, Spec will get scores from these other area teams and update everybody on how Wayne County teams are doing. So.
Yeah, Spec did a good job of keeping everybody updated yesterday during that U17 girls softball game as we broadcasted live, which will start this morning at 9:50 with the pregame, and then first pitch at 10 o'clock, girls softball right here on 105.5 FM, and we'll stream the game live down our website, just like we do our morning show here on WIFO. It'll be down our website at bigdogcountry.com, bigdogcountry.com. Just click on live stream.
I'm predicting blowout this morning against McIntosh.
The first game? Blowout?
Blowout. It'll be over quickly.
Be over quickly,
It'll
and we'll
come
get ready
early.
for that 11:30 game. Over maybe.
And then get to the championship game on Thursday at 11:30. So.
Okay.
That's my prediction anyway.
All right.
So it plays out.
Prognosticator Bob, who has gotten better through the years. Used to be a kiss of death when he used to pick a team. In the last few years, it hadn't been that way. You've gotten better, Bob.
Didn't do good this past weekend. Gave John Rahm a kiss of death in that U.S. Open tournament. So
I didn't say you were perfect. I said you're getting better.
He was totally losing it. He came off the course on Saturday, and there's a sign there. He took his club and hit the sign. I was like, good. That's not good for me.
No.
At least played better on Sunday, but he didn't do good enough to beat Scheffler. So.
Did you see Lionel Richie's mansion there?
I did.
Yeah, I think it's Hole 4 somewhere along there. That's a big old home he's got there at that Los Angeles Country Club.
I think the funniest story is Hugh Hefner's got those monkeys on the 14th hole. Because
he's not there anymore.
They won't let him. They want to give him a membership.
They wouldn't give him a membership.
So he built that monkey zoo right there on the 14th green, and it's still there.
It's still there.
Yeah, you can hear the monkeys on. The players.
I'm not sure who bought that.
They were introducing the player. They're talking to the players, and they said, "Yeah, you can hear the monkeys." I was like, "Man, some of those Pine Forest Country Club golfers need total silence. Couldn't play that course because they can have total silence when they tee off." But those guys were saying, "Yeah, you can hear those monkeys on that 14 tee box."
I wonder who bought that.
Well, that's why he did it. Supposedly he did it because he was mad because they wouldn't give him a membership to that country club. So he built that.
You think his membership would come with buying a house on the course?
They just
apparently not.
They wouldn't give him one. So that's the story they were telling on the Golf Channel and showing all the golfers laughing about hearing the monkeys making all that noise on the tee box of 14. So you could definitely hear them. They're alive and well, still there. That was a funny story. But supposedly that's why he did it. He put that monkey pen up there with all those monkeys because they wouldn't give him a membership to the country club.
So the current owner just continued on with the monkeys, huh?
The monkeys are still there.
That's funny. You aren't going to let me be a member? I'm going to put some monkeys out here to bother everybody.
Make a bunch of noise.
I guess they didn't have an animal rules and regulations and codes in that area.
I guess not.
I'm trying to find out what happened to it. That thing was 14,000 square feet. Man, that's a big old place.
It was a nice course. It was a tough course. some of those par fours were long. I mean, it was an interesting course. I enjoyed watching it over the weekend. It was tough. Congrats to Wyndham Clark, first tournament, first major for him. Like I said, he was up there. Ricky Fowler was going into Sundays. Ricky Fowler and him and Rory McIlroy one shot out. Rory birdied the first hole and tied, and then he never got another birdie the rest of the day. So it was kind of interesting Sunday at the U.S. Open, but that's fun to watch.
Okay. Well, a billionaire bought the house, but there were certain things that he could and couldn't do for him to be able to sign the contract to buy it. It was on the market for $200 million. He bought it for $100 million. Mm-hmm. He bought it before Hugh actually died, but the agreement was he could stay there until he died, and Hugh died a few years ago at 91. So there's certain things he can and can't do to the house. So I guess one was, you got to keep my monkeys here.
Yeah, you can't get rid of the monkeys. I think you have to put that in there. The monkeys are there.
I mean, how many movies through the years have had scenes around the Playboy Mansion? I remember, Beverly Hill Cop, they had a scene there one time, and there's so many of them. That was just such an iconic place for so many years. But I did not realize that it was on the. They said that a lot of folks in the Los Angeles area didn't even know there was a golf course at that area. In that area, I guess it's hidden away up there in the Beverly Hills. But Lionel Richie's got a lot of famous people have got homes. They're on that Los Angeles Country Club.
That's the first time the U.S. Open went back there in like 40-some years.
Yeah. So. I guess it did okay. I'm not sure in terms of. They said they limited. They could have sold 40,000, but they only sold like 25,000 tickets to control the crowd and so forth. And
I think the ratings were good. Like I said it was a tough course. I mean, it was a lot of players didn't like the course. So
you didn't like it?
A lot of them they were very critical of the course.
Well, they're the best golfers in the world. They shouldn't be complaining because it's a tough course.
Well, they get asked all those questions. You like the course? You not like the course? They just
it was too rough. I would have whined and moaned.
They just give their opinions. I said, no, I don't like this course. Some say they like it. So.
Yeah, I guess everybody has their own opinion about different courses.
It was competitive.
Yeah. Well, the Braves did real good last night. They were down 1-0, then got that home run, and then came back with a couple of more runs and ended up winning the game over Philadelphia. That's good to start off that 3-game series against the Phillies up there because this is just a tough week. They're playing two hot teams, Philadelphia yesterday, today, and tomorrow, and then Cincinnati over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And all on the road. So important week for the Braves.
Since it's the hot team, they've won like 9 in a row. But
yeah, they are.
Philadelphia's not hot. I mean, they were 8.
Well, they had won 6 in a row.
They're 9 games out.
Yeah, they might be 9 games out, but they've been hot. They won 6 in a row. Not last night, they didn't. They lost it. But they had won 6 in a row.
They can't play with the Braves. The Braves are rolling. Braves are doing well. They're fun
Braves
to watch.
Are doing good, and just got to keep it up. Got to keep it up and keep going. Doing good. And they got some players that look like they will get on the All-Star team.
They said Ronald Acuna is the leading vote getter of anybody in the major league, so it's good news for him. Talented right fielder for the Braves. So it'd be nice to see him start in the right field. I'm sure they'll get several other Braves players. I think they said 2 or 3 are leading in that position. So didn't say who though. But that All-Star voting ends tomorrow. So
okay, ends tomorrow. Huh?
I think it ends tomorrow. Maybe the first round ends tomorrow.
Do you vote online? Or do you vote when you got to get a ballot there when you go to a game? Or what?
You go online.
Oh, go online. You don't have to get the ballots anymore at the ball games.
They're on a program. Well, yeah, they used to have those little things you had to punch it.
Yeah. You used to have you got the ballots at the ball games.
You used to have mail them in. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Everything's online nowadays.
I guess everything's online these days. All right. Well, hopefully they'll get several players on that All-Star team and represent the National League and the Atlanta Braves. All-Star game coming up in July, getting close to the halfway point of the season. And today, Bob, is the very first official day of summer, June 21st, and the official dates of summer are June 21st today, the beginning, and it ends on September 23rd. Will be the last official day of summer. And how's things going with the baseball tournament, the college baseball tournament?
They're down to the Final Four.
Four.
2 teams eliminated last night. TCU beat up on Oral Roberts 6-1, and LSU defeated Tennessee last night 5-0. So Tennessee's out, Oral Roberts out. Florida again undefeated, Wake Forest undefeated. So they host those two teams today. One game at 2:00, one game at 7:00. And again, the final two teams will play best 2 out of 3 starting this Saturday night.
Okay.
Saturday,
the World Series of Collegiate.
Saturday game 1, Sunday game 2 of the if game, Monday. So again, when they get to the final 2, they play a best 2 out of 3 series. So Florida. I'm trying to remember. I got the matchups here. Like I said, Florida and Wake Forest are the undefeated teams. Today, Florida plays at 2:00 against TCU, and tonight, 7:00, Wake Forest plays LSU. So those are 2 games tonight. So it's fun to watch. I've been enjoying them. 2 SEC teams going at it last night, but LSU was just too much for Tennessee. Tennessee just couldn't get anything going against those tough pitchers for LSU. So 2 SEC teams, 4 teams left, and 2 are in the SEC, Florida and LSU.
Okay.
Wake Forest is seeded number 1. They're supposedly the best team in the
Oh, are they?
country.
Wake Forest, huh?
Wake Forest is the number 1 team in the tournament. They've only lost 10 games all year.
The ACC team's doing good, huh?
They're ranked number 1.
Well, good for them.
I don't
At least they're good in something.
I don't think they're going to win it, though.
Who do you think's going to win it?
I think Florida's going to win it.
You think?
That's what I believe.
Can't believe you're saying that, Bob.
I'm just telling you.
I look like you're breaking out in hives over there when you said that. Yeah. A nervous twitch.
I'm just being honest. Really, I'm using psychology. I'm going back to the kiss of death.
Going back to the kiss of death.
If I say Florida's going to win, the chance of them winning are slim enough.
And Slim just walked out the door, huh?
Let's hope. I don't know. But honestly, I do think they got the best team. So we'll see how it plays out.
All right. Well, we didn't get a chance to talk about the cash cam promotion. We just hadn't, we've been busy doing other stuff there. But of course, it was found last Thursday out there at Upper County Landing, and the guys that found it, they do diligently every single time we do that. They're out there searching. They won it a couple times and went over 5 years or something like that without finding it, and then has now found it again. And they either hunt together or separately or whatever the case may be. But on Thursday, late afternoon, they were out there together at Upper County Landing, and they had given up. They figured it was there. They just couldn't find it because that's a big area out there. And then you got the nature trail and, the big area. And they had given up. And they had brought a blower with them so they could blow around stuff to blow the pine straw and leaves off because, a lot of times the can is hidden right up under some pine straw or leaves or something like that. And so they had brought a blower out with them, but they hadn't used it because everything was soaked. Remember, last week was wet just like this week. Everything was soaked, so they didn't think it would really blow anything. And they had parked and pulled up to that railing there, close to the nature trail, and they had parked and they'd gotten out there and they looked and they looked and looked and looked and looked and couldn't find it anywhere. So they got back to the truck, and one of them had their daughter with them, and you can see her on the picture they had posted, the daughter there. And so they got back to the truck, and the father said, "Well, let me see what that blower will do," And he wasn't blowing. He didn't turn the blower on to try to find the can. He just cut the blower on to see if it would actually blow the pine straw and leaves and stuff like that. He was testing it out. They hadn't used it for the hour and a half they'd already been there. He was just testing it out, and he just walked in front of his truck where he had parked and was just blowing down there along that rail there to see if it worked. And when he did that, it blew the pine straw and leaves off where the cash can was. He found it by accident. It wasn't, if he hadn't have taken that blower with him or hadn't tried to test it out, he would have drove off and somebody else would have found it. He found it, him and his buddy there and his daughter found it by accident. It wasn't like, they were blowing around the railing or blowing around the trees or blowing around this, trying to blow everything off. He was just testing out because he really didn't think it'd work because everything was soaked. But if they hadn't have taken the blower, and if they hadn't been just messing around with it, testing out, he happened to test it out at the perfect spot. By fate, he happened to park right where it was. If it had been one parking spot to the left or one parking spot to the right and testing out, he wouldn't have found it. Just they said it shocked them. Then when they did that, there it is. There's that black plastic bag. And so congratulations to them. And it was just just quite a story they had about that. They just they just had a good time, and a lot of people do have a good time trying to put the clues together and figure out where it's at and so forth like that. So we'll be back with the cash can promotion on the Monday after Thanksgiving. That's when we'll start back with our fall, early winter one, leading up to Christmas. But congratulations to them and to our sponsors and to everyone who participated in the cash can promotion. Well, Bob, the city council met last night. Didn't have the budget up there. I mean, what are they going to do about the budget, Bob? The Jesup City Council.
They have to get another person on the board.
Oh, so they're waiting for that other person to get on. So that's the reason why they're meeting tonight.
Right. They don't have enough votes to pass a budget because their charter says they got to have more than a 3-2 vote.
Yeah, it's got to be 4.
They need to change the charter. It makes no sense.
Well, usually they have 6 members.
Yeah, but if a 4-3 vote with the mayor casting the sign of votes a majority, then why isn't a 3-2 vote a majority?
I have no idea about
it. Makes absolutely no sense.
That's just the way the charter is.
That's right.
You have to go back years ago and find out who wrote that charter.
That's why you need to change the charter. Makes absolutely no sense.
I don't know, Bob.
Does that make any sense to you?
You got to have 4 votes to pass something, I guess. That's what you've reported on all these years. You got to have 4 votes to pass something in the city council.
If you have 6 council members.
At any time. That's what the charter is. At any time. You got to have 4.
No. The mayor's been casting the 4-3 vote for the last 7 months. That's what I'm saying. It makes no sense.
You've got to have 4 votes. The mayor counts as a vote. So it makes it 4. You've got to have 4 to pass something. Either if it's 3-3, the mayor votes. But if it's 3-2...
what's the difference between 4-3 and 3-2?
I don't know, but you have to go back.
Makes no sense.
But you got to go back and find out the history of the charter and find out why they did that.
Change the charter. Change it.
So you think, has there been a lot of times that we've only had 5 city council and not 6?
Sometimes a council member doesn't show up for various reasons, sick or out of town or whatever. You should, a 3-2 is a majority, 4-3 is a majority. 4-3 is a majority, then 3-2 is a majority.
It is a majority, but that's not the way the charter is.
I'm just saying, that's what I'm saying. Change the charter. It makes no sense. If a mayor can cast a vote 7 times to get a 4-3 vote and it passes, then a 3-2 vote should pass.
But that's not the way the charter
is. That's common
Bob.
Sense.
That's not the charter.
That's what I'm saying. Change the charter.
Do some study. It's interesting. Why did they set that charter up like that whenever it was many, many moons ago? Because as long as you've been reporting on the city council, there's always had to been 4 votes to pass something.
It just makes no sense. Change the charter. Simple.
What happens with the county council has 5?
Yeah, they've had 3-2 votes the whole time. It's a majority.
Well, they only have 5 members. They only have 5 members.
We've been through that all through the years.
Yeah,
we talked about the 3-2 votes.
Well,
3-2 votes.
They've only got 5 members, so there's had to be 5. But what if they only had 4 people there?
I don't think the administrator cast a time.
No, they can't.
Right.
No. So I don't know why.
I'm just saying it's simple. Just change the charter.
I don't know why the powers to be, when they set up the charter a long time ago, did that.
Because right now you got a problem with 2 members can hold everything up in limbo.
But tonight the city council is going to meet and select a new city council person, so that's going to solve the problem. Bob, you'll get back to the regular 6.
Right. That'll solve the problem. That's why they're doing it tonight, because, like I said, they don't have enough votes to cast the deciding votes for the budget, and they have to get the budget approved by the end of June, and time's running out. That's why the budget wasn't on the agenda last night. It wasn't any sense bringing the agenda up because it was going to be a 3-2 vote when it passed. So they didn't even bring it up. They just brought up the fact that we need to go ahead and find the new commissioner to get them on the board as quickly as possible so we can get the budget passed.
And they've got to do that.
Right.
I thought they worked out all these problems at that retreat. But apparently they
didn't. They had the budget, but then the monkey wrench got thrown into the budget.
Not a monkey wrench.
Session. Yeah, we've documented that.
I know that. I'm just kidding with you, Bob. Not a monkey wrench. Thrown into it. Things changed. Plans from the retreat changed because of this, that, and the other. A lot of this, that, and the other was going on.
Simple solution, change the charter.
Well, or you solve it by putting somebody else on the council, as they will tonight, and then when they vote again, they will have the full 6 members, and either going to pass 4-2 or tie 3-3, and the mayor will vote again, and then something will be done. So the problem's solved, Bob. You don't have to change the charter. Just get put a new set of council. But how many people do they have to have tonight to vote for this person?
I guess 4.
So 2 could hold it up.
2 could hold it up.
And then you wouldn't have a new city council person.
Right.
You could have 2 say, we don't like any of these guys.
I don't think that's going to happen.
You don't think that's going to happen? Okay.
I think they'll have a new commissioner.
Have a new commissioner tonight, and then they'll meet whenever and vote on the budget.
Right.
Okay. And the 3 people they will be selecting from this evening are?
Former Mayor David Earl Keith, former City Manager Mike Deal, and a man by the name of David Baldwin, who I have
a
no
resident
idea.
in District 5.
Right.
Okay.
I don't know David. You know, but David Baldwin.
Nope. I don't know him. I guess he's just a resident in that area and wanted to serve.
Right. Don't know him.
So they'll pick between those 3 guys tonight and put somebody on the city council, and then have a budget meeting and vote on it. And they'll take care of the problem. Then you didn't have to change any, Bob. You don't have to go back and change history. You don't have to change the charter.
I'm still changing the charter. I'm looking at my city
Are
attorney.
you saying that you're wiser than the folks who voted on the charter years ago?
I'm looking at my city attorney, Michael Connor, and say, Mr. Connor, how do we change this?
Are you saying that you're wiser than the people who voted for it?
How do we avoid this problem? Because, Mr. Connor, if a 4-3 vote's a majority, then 3-2 votes should be a majority. So let's change this charter immediately.
It's not the majority. You got to have 4 votes. You can have 3-2 all day, but you got to have 4 votes to pass something in the city of Jesup.
Change the charter.
So do you think there's enough votes on the county council for 4 of them to say, let's change it in case that happens?
I would hope common sense, after they.
If that's common sense, why didn't they change it years ago?
After they went through this, I would,
Well, they're solving the problem, Bob. They're going to put somebody on the. You want to mess with tradition and history and what these people voted on years ago for the charter of Jesup. You want to go off and mess with our Constitution of Jesup?
Yeah, when it makes no sense. When common sense prevails, if a 4-3 is the majority, then 3-2 should be a majority.
We'll see what happens.
Explain to me why that's not.
I have no idea.
Why isn't that common sense?
I wasn't there when they voted on this eons ago, Bob. It's been that way ever since you've been here.
It can be
You've
changed.
been here since '81.
It can be changed.
It could be. It could be if they wanted to do that. I don't know. But no city council in the last 50-something years have decided to change it for some reason. At least 50-something years.
They've never had this issue before.
They've never had an issue where they didn't have a city council person on there?
I don't think that this was an unforeseen circumstance that the commissioner passed away and you only got 5 people on the board.
I know they've had it where they've had 3-2 votes
years.
before because one was missing from the meeting and they had to wait to the next meeting to vote again. So I know they had that many times before. Okay, well, we'll see how it goes forward. We'll see what happens tonight. We'll report tomorrow morning around 7:15 who the new city council person is, as long as they get 4 votes, and see how they move forward on the budget.
What's today's date? The
21st.
Yeah. Time's running out. How many days in a month?
30 in June.
Their budget runs out on June 30th.
Runs out on June 30th.
Yeah.
What happens if they don't pass the budget, Bob? Does the city just completely shut down?
They got contingency funds, I guess. They work on last year's, but I don't know how to do it. I don't think it'll come to that.
The budget's just a budget.
I think the budget will get passed before
Yeah.
the end of the month. But right now it's in limbo because they don't have necessary votes to pass it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens with all that. Tonight may decide what's going to happen if they get the 4 votes to put in a city council person. But you got 3 people that are there, and you've got to come up with 4 votes for one of those people.
I think I'll ask tonight the new city commissioner, can we move on changing the charter? That'll be the first question.
Well, when you get voted on that board, you got to think, well, no other city council in the last eons have voted to change it. Why should we be the ones that change it? Why should we change history, tradition, what every city council has done in the last half decade?
Because it makes common sense.
Half century.
Because it makes common sense.
Makes common sense. Okay, yeah. Bob.
You
trying to put common sense into politics? Is that what you're trying to do?
It'd be nice. I can at least try.
You can at least try. Oh, Bob, next time that the city council comes open in where the district you live in, you ought to run so you can put some common sense into the city council.
I've got common sense. I'm running for the county line. I'm not running for politics. I don't want to get involved in this mess. I don't want to be.
You just want to talk about it, right? I don't want to be involved. I just want to talk about it.
I don't want to be a chapter of my own book. What a mess! What a mess. I'm smart enough to stay out of it.
Yeah, that's one thing you have to learn. I like to do this. I like to do that. But hey, you got to have those other 3 votes, Bob, to get stuff done. Well, Bob, I think we fooled around enough this morning. Okay. We'll be back, Bob and I will, with the girls' U17 softball game that starts at 10 o'clock this morning at Bill Morris Park. All right. All right, the world-famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup. And it's brought to you by First Southern Bank, by Van's Barbecue, Murphy Builder Supply, and by O'Quinn & Associates.